Are we gonna need some motion?
Where do you hook it onto?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. This is what A Star Is Born should have really been.
Somebody already messaged me being like, what the f is this?
Okay. So basically, if you're watching this video, then that means that you just saw my first ever short film called Mandy. Today is the day of Baby's first short film. It's about a man that falls in love with a mannequin. That's as much as I'm gonna say insofar as story. What's your interpretation? And so this essentially is a behind the scenes magic, because why do Baby's first short film when you can do Baby's first short film as well as doing behind the scenes at the same time?
That looks ridiculous, Layton. That is so stupid.
So on that fateful night, I woke up, I think around 5:30, and which was weird for me because I'm a night owl. So fun start. It was kind of strange going into a store yesterday and buying women's clothes for a mannequin. And so from there, I had 2 backpacks on of camera equipment and sweets, because how else was I gonna pay my crew with other than with sweets? So I had 2 backpacks on. I had a bag for life in one arm, and then after I had gotten 2 buses to uni and then back, where I got more of the equipment, I also had Mandy, the mannequin, under my arm. And I know that we're in 2019 and you're not supposed to talk about people's weight, but Mandy, that bitch was heavy, you know what I mean? So 2 backpacks, a bag for life, a mannequin in the other arm. I'm not the strongest of boys. I'm the second strongest of boys, but even still, it was quite a struggle until I met everybody else down at the beach.
Come on, baby, this is a big shot.
We're gonna make you a star, see?
What do you mean make her a star? She's already a global.
I like her height.
Do you not look her up on IMDb? She's got like a Grammy. I know that's for music, but still. She's multi-talented.
Once that had happened, as a director, I gave somewhat of a rundown of what the shot list was, if you've seen the film, which you should have. There's only really 2. We did a few more, but it was reduced down to 2. I vaguely directed John, who plays John. So like he's very like sincere about not wanting her to leave him, as though that's an option, for instance. Yeah. Yeah. And by vaguely, like I feel like he already had the character. If I'm being real, I feel like John basically is the character already, and he just slipped right into his role. No cap.
Ooh, her hands on my ass.
Wow.
Very forward, aren't you, young lady?
I can see a lot from back here. Maybe too much.
So essentially, I was happy to just let John do whatever it is he wanted to do. During I think a trailer for like a masterclass of directing, I'm pretty sure I saw that some directors just let their actors kind of just feel it out, man. And so that's what I thought I would do, and he fucking nailed it. He did a really good job. That was fucking perfect. Oh my god.
Wasn't too much, wasn't too little.
Oh my god. I was entranced. That was fucking crazy. Everything was going quite well. That was until we had our first problem of the day.
So this is dead.
It's what?
It's dead. The battery's dead.
So it would appear that the microphone that I was given at university didn't have didn't have enough batteries, which, you know, not good if you're trying to shoot a film that requires sound. It's good to have sound. Luckily, we kind of got through unscathed slightly. We swapped up the batteries. It was fine. A heart scare gone. Are we good on sound?
Yeah.
I can hear.
Okay, excellent. But then it happened again. At which point we had to swap out the microphone, and we ended up having to use the one that I have on this camera. And it doesn't have the wind protecty boy So there was a lot of fluttering wind sound, and also because it was plugged directly into the camera, which isn't this one, it was a Canon one that we borrowed. For whatever reason, we couldn't see the levels, so we were kind of just like, it was a shot in the dark, I suppose, as to whether the sound was correct. But for all intents and purposes, even though the other microphone had died, we had one that was working, so that was good. So we soldiered on, as they say. Sam! So much to live for. Don't do it. Don't do it, Sam.
I'm gonna do it, Layton. I spent all my money on lottery tickets.
Yeah, we shot at the beach. We took up the space, fucked everybody around us, because we're making art.
Having her arm out look like that makes it look like she's like holding on.
You want to hold on? Gotta let go.
And then, thankfully, Sam gracefully allowed us to use his place. So that's why there's a grown man. There was a grown man in his bed laying next to a naked mannequin that he presumably just had sex with. Where did his person go? How did that even happen, you know?
Are we gonna need some motion?
For all intents and purposes, shoot day was over. So I take the footage back home and I listen to it, and it's hot garbage. And my heart completely sank, because it was like, oh, all of those hours that was put in and all of the crew that helped out has seemingly just turned into complete nothing, into completely nothing. I could clearly hear the extent to which the sound was garbage, which really was nobody's fault. We had our primary microphone, it didn't work, we had to use a backup microphone, we couldn't see the levels, so there was just a bunch of fluh, 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 fluh. So there was just a bunch of wind noise.
Mandy, I feel like what we have together isn't real anymore.
And then I tried to fix it to the best of my ability. I'm not a sound boy, generally speaking. Up until now, I can be a sound boy if any future employers are watching. I tried having a crack at editing the sound, and it didn't help too much, because it just ended up sounding really metallic. Luckily, thankfully, gracefully nailed it. I can speak. I tossed the sound over to Chiara, and she, over a few weeks, like back and forth, she got the sound to as good as it possibly be. And in my humble opinion, she basically saved the whole project. If it wasn't for Chiara, yeah, the project would be dead, or just not good, and we'd have to pass it off as a concept piece.
Mandy, I feel like what we have together isn't real anymore.
At one point or another, we thought that maybe it could be ADR'd, though it doesn't quite work, because you can't really replicate the sound and the echoes and things, because there were waves in the background, and we were outside. So then we tried to do it indoors, and mapping it more or less, like John did as good a job as he could have possibly done, but there was just, you can't replicate it. We would have literally had to film the whole thing again for it to work, which silly.
Oh, you never say anything.
Fucking dead. If you have any other questions about it, because I feel like I've just done like a run through of how it was made. We didn't go through what camera equipment did you use, did you blah 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 blah. So I don't know, if you had any other questions, maybe I'd make a follow-up video, or maybe I'll just answer them in the comments, depending on how curious people are. In the meantime, for those of you who have missed me, thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, so basically, if you haven't seen Mandy yet, please watch it. If you have seen it yet, please watch it again. And if you like it, perhaps even share it.